Hey boys and girls, today we're going to continue our lesson on how do you determine how much time passes between two events. So as you see behind me, and I have uploaded this into your folder as well, you have your anchor chart. You can see it probably a little bit better if you when you open it up. It has when or why do you use time and elapsed time. So this is one that I went over last year with my class last year. So we had some listing of when you might use time and elapsed time. Then I kind of broke it down into your areas of how to solve elapsed time, solving for the end time here, and then solving for your start time. So this is going to be really good to use when you go back and do your work independently. It just breaks it down a little bit more, and it has all the stuff from what we've learned so far with time on it as well. So today I want to go over a practice problem with you. So let's look at our problem here. It says, Joaquin made a list of time he should spend on different activities. So as you see your list of activities off to the side, Joaquin has practiced playing the piano 35 minutes so far. How much longer does he need to practice? All right, so we need to look at our after-school activities. It's saying that he has already spent 35 minutes on doing what? On playing the piano. So if we look here, it says plays with Ron for 50 minutes, practice the piano for 45 minutes, and then homework for 60 minutes. Well, what we're looking at is practicing the piano. We do not have to look at his playing with Ron or his homework. So he needs a total of 45 minutes to practice the piano. Right now, he only has 35 minutes. So we're going to look at the steps that they break this down for us. It says one way you can use a bar diagram. We use this as part whole here in class to represent the problem and show time intervals. So what they did, we know that he has to get to 45 minutes. So they did 35 plus what will give you your total time of 45 minutes. And they solved that out. 35 plus 10. So he needs 10 more minutes to get to that 45 minutes total. They're also showing you ways that you can do this on a number line to get to your answer of 10 minutes. So kind of going backwards and using subtraction. Well, if he had a total of 45 minutes, he already used that 35. How many will be left? We have 10 minutes left here. So what I'm going to have you do is practice a few problems here and then get into some of your independent work. So here displayed for you is two problems that you can practice. I will read these to you and just pause the video and go ahead and solve those. And when you are finished, then you can hit play. So let me read these to you and then you can get started. So the first one, it says, Rody plans to ride his bicycle for 55 minutes. So far, he has ridden for 29 minutes. How many more minutes does he have to ride? So here they've already put this, drawn this out for you. So he has 29 minutes that he's ridden it. They need a total of 55 minutes here. And they want to know how many more minutes does he have left to ride. Your second question says, Miss Darren spends the reading period working with two different reading groups. She meets with the first group for 23 minutes and meets with the second group for 17 minutes. How long is the reading period? So they've already put this on the number line and they're jumping. So they already jumped the 23 minutes shown here. So go ahead and please pause this and then we will work these out. So here's your first problem, number 1. So it said that he had a total of 55 minutes that he rode his bike. He had already ridden his bike for 29 minutes. They want to know how many minutes he has left to meet that total of 55 minutes. So there's a few ways that you can do this. One way is that you can subtract. So I have to have my total. My total here is 55. minus, what is the time that we have? 29 minutes to see how much time to get back. So we remember that we can't take a smaller number for a big number, so I have to borrow. So we're going from our 5 turns into a 4, and then our 5 here now turns into a 15. Now we can subtract. So I have 15 minus 9 gives me 6, and 4 minus 2 gives me 2, telling us that how many minutes does he have left to ride? He has 26 minutes left to ride. Now let's double check that by adding those up. If I go back and add these up, so I have 26 minutes plus 29 minutes. If I add these up, I should hopefully get to our total here. So 9 plus 6 gives me 15. I carry my 1. 2 plus 2 gives me 4, plus 1 gives me 5. So our total time here would be 55 minutes. So our missing number that he has to ride 26 more minutes to get to your total. All right, let's look at the next problem. So our second problem said, Miss Darren spends the reading period working with 2 different reading groups. She meets with the first group for 23 minutes and meets with the second group for 17 minutes. How long is the reading period? So as you see here on the board, what I did is there are 2 separate ways. So they showed us the one below, which was our number line, and then this is the one from that we did in the last problem. So I put down our first reading group she spent 23 minutes with. Our second reading group she spent 17 minutes with. They want to find what is the total amount. So we do not have the total here. So one way that we can solve this problem is by adding these 2 numbers to get to the total amount. So I have 23 plus 17. So if I have 23 plus 17, I'm going to add those up. 3 plus 7 gives me 10, carrying my 1. 2 plus 1 gives me 3, plus that 1 on top gives me 4, giving you a total of 40 minutes. Now, the way that they showed in the book with another example was that number line. So they had already showed us that first group skipping 23. Okay, so now that second group has 17 more to go to see what your total time is. So we can double check ourselves here. So I need to go 17 more jumps. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my 7, and now I want to jump 10 more. So I can jump from 30 to my 40, which is my 10, which is giving me your total of 17 there. And we're ending up on 40, which is the same as above. So double checking our work, which make sure and showing 2 different ways so that you can help understand and solve these problems. So boys and girls, what I want you to do next is go ahead and try these practice problems. Remember downloading that page and working these out on a separate piece of paper. Please make sure that you're using your anchor charts. You also have those videos that you can refer back to, and even the ones in the other folders from this week talking about time. Once you're finished with that, go ahead and input those into your quiz. And make sure that you hit submit. Thank you.